Hello there, this is John from Impact Studios, and I'm basically making a short video showing customers, or anyone for that matter, how to quickly, easily modify your Windows PC based host file. The reason that we would want to modify a host file is to change the IP address of a specific website, possibly, or an address on the internet, so that we can see an alternate version of that website or an alternate location for that particular address that you're typing in. So to kind of show you real quickly, basically I have a browser open here, and I'm going to go to a website that I'm currently working on. It's clearcutcoatings.com. When you go there, this is the website that I am replacing. So currently, the customer and everybody else in the world see this website when they type in clearcutcoatings.com. However, I'm working on another version of clearcutcoatings.com, and it's at a different server in a different data center. So if I want my customer to be able to see that website, I need them to modify their Windows host file and which tells Windows that anytime they type in clearcutcoatings.com, that it's not at the address that this website's at, it's at the address of the one that I'm working on. So they can preview the website that I'm developing for them without having to make it live and let the whole world see as we develop the website. So I'm going to go over this pretty quickly. Basically, minimize this down, keep that around so we can show the comparison between the old site and the new site. Basically, what you want to use is trusty old Windows Notepad. And I use Windows Notepad all the time, so I have access to it right here down at the bottom of my screen. Also, when I click on this start button, I'm using Windows 10, by the way. There's also another icon for it here. You guys might not be using Windows Notepad, so if you're not, it's found by clicking the start button in the lower corner, and then you're going to navigate up to Programs, and then arrow over to Accessories, and then you're going to find Notepad. I don't want you to click on it with the left mouse button when you do find it. What we're going to do is right click on the icon for Windows Notepad. So to do that, you're going to go to your start button in Windows 10, and in my Windows 10 I have a different setup probably than most, but basically you'll find Windows Accessories, and you'll see Notepad right here. So I'm going to right click on it, which gives me some options, and basically you need to run Notepad as an administrator. Windows will not allow you to make changes to the host file unless you are the administrator. So I'm going to left click on run as administrator. Remember, we right click on the icon to get the option to run as an administrator. Then you just use the old normal left click. You can do it that way. I could have just as easily, went to my icon over here, right clicked on it, run as administrator. Either way, I'm running Notepad as an administrator. Okay? Once you do that, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to go to File and Open, and you're going to need to navigate to the same location that I am navigating to on the computer. It should be in the same location for everyone using Microsoft Windows, which is the C drive, and which you'll see we're up here, we're at the C drive, Windows, and then you should have to scroll down, System 32, Drivers, etc. So here's your folder structure that you need to navigate through. C, Windows, System 32, Drivers, etc. Once you're in there, just like my screen right now, you don't see anything. There's no files in here, so you're going to be like, oh, hey, there's nothing there. Well, there is. It's just that since we're using Windows Notepad, it's currently looking for text files, because that's what kind of files Windows Notepad makes. So in order to show the files that are here and find the host file that we're looking for, you simply come to the lower right screen. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same for every version of Windows, but basically you need to change where it says text files to all files, and you'll see all the files pop up. So there's our host file. We don't need to worry about any of these other files in here. Once you find the host file, just simply open it. Now my file is blank because I took everything out for the demo, but you may have content in here. You may have entries in here that were created by programs that you use, antivirus programs, malware programs, whatever. Either way, you don't have to worry about anything that's in there. All you need to do is simply edit this file and add the entries that I provided to you. And those entries would have been emailed over to you. I currently have them right here on my desktop, and you'll see these are the entries I'm talking about. You will have been emailed something similar. Just select them, go to edit and copy, or simply copy them by right clicking on them and clicking copy. You can close this file out at this point, and you're going to paste these entries into your host file. Now I have nothing in here, so I don't have to worry about where they're going and what's what place to put them, but just make sure you add them to the bottom of the file, meaning that if there's other entries inside of this file, something like this, just make sure that you add your entries here. Just like I did right here. Alright? So this way you don't interfere with anything that's already in the file. And once you're done, you simply save it. Go to File and Save. You can close Notepad. And to kind of give you an idea what's going on here, I'm loading up Firefox. That's the browser I use. And you can do this with any browser. It doesn't matter. Now I'm going to go to clearcutcoatings.com, and you're going to see you get an error. Okay, this is a perfect example. All right, so the reason that we're getting an error is because the old website is being cached in our browser. So this is the original site. Say it's got the same address here. Okay. Well, you just simply go to your history, clear your recent history, and you want to make sure that you clear your cache. You don't have to delete everything else, just your cache. Once you do that, close the browser, reopen it again, and we should be good to go, hopefully. Yep, okay. So I'm using another WordPress CMS template, and basically you can see the difference. Here is one site, and here is the original. Now, this one is at one IP address, and this one is at one totally new IP address. But since we have changed our Windows host file, now we get to see the website that's here. Now obviously, like once you're done working on a website or developing one and we have officially launched it, you're going to want to follow these same exact steps again and actually delete the change that we made to the host file, so that this way it doesn't interfere with anything else that you have going on, because this can disrupt email that you're sending to that particular domain name. So if I'm emailing sales@clearcutcoatings.com from my computer, it's going to try to send an email to sales@clearcutcoatings.com, and it's probably going to kick back because it's looking for that email address at the wrong IP address. So whatever changes that you do make to your host file, you're going to want to make sure that you get rid of those changes later after we've completed your project. But for now, that's basically how it's done, and I'll do it again real quick. I'll basically just delete the entries from the host file to give you an idea how to do that. This way you can kind of see it happen one more time. Now I have a Windows Notepad icon at the bottom right corner of the screen, so I'm going to try to work from there. Basically, I'm right-clicking on it. I get some options. I can right-click on Notepad, run as administrator, go File, Open, and fortunately we're already there because we were there before, but see, Windows, System 32, drivers, etc. You don't see any files. Change it to all files. You find the host file. Boom. Just delete this stuff. File. Save. Close it up. Here's your browser. Close the browser. Load it up again. Taking a second. Once it loads up, boom, back to the original version that everybody else in the internet can see. So it's pretty simple, and that's how it's done. And thank you for watching. This video was provided by John of Impact Studios. You can find us at impactstudios.biz. We are New Jersey's website and print service provider. Thank you very much.